going to check the special words now. Do you want to do you want to press that? No, that's perfect.
Yeah, ready to go?
I don't want to take the basic, it's on the stream at the moment, so leave it out.
All right, Matt.
Sorry, yeah. Okay.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and students. Good morning. You're all very welcome to the Limerick Institute of Technology and the Limerick School of Art and Design graduation and conferring ceremony. My name is Terry Toomey and I'll be your Master of Ceremonies for this morning. Just in case anybody couldn't make it this morning, this conferring ceremony is being streamed live on the internet. So if you text somebody now, they can log in and they can watch it online. A few housekeeping matters before we begin. First, there are 4 emergency exits from this auditorium. There's a door to the left and the right of me here at the front. And then there's a door to the left and the right over there and over there. Before we begin, could I ask you to please switch off your mobile phone? The formal proceedings will begin with the academic procession. I would invite you all now to please stand for the academic procession. Please be seated. We will begin by introducing the members of the conferring panel to you. On the far right is Mr. Niall Green, Chairman of the governing body of Limerick Institute of Technology. To my right is Dr. Maria Hinfelar, President of Limerick Institute of Technology. And to my left is Mr. James Greenslade, Head of the School of Art and Design. I now call on Mr. Niall Green, Chairman of the governing body of Limerick Institute of Technology, to address you.
Good morning. And you're all very welcome to the wonderful surroundings of the Limerick School of Art and Design on a landmark day for those of you who are graduating. For the rest of us, it's an opportunity to share a little in the satisfaction which you should all rightly feel about your success in completing your courses. In celebrating that achievement, it is important to recognise those who have helped you along the way. Without them, your success would not have been possible. For the vast majority of you, the influence, the encouragement, the support, and in many cases the sacrifice of your parents and families has been crucial. Without that solidarity, you would not have been able to benefit from the dedicated efforts that the teaching and support staff in the Institute have put into your education and training, and more widely into your development as people and as citizens. The friendships you have made are an important resource for your future lives. You have helped each other through the past few years, and an effort to maintain those links is well worthwhile. Those of you graduating today are part of the most highly educated generation that Ireland has known, and you are emerging from the education system at a time when employment opportunities in Ireland are expanding. It's true that not all sections of society and not all parts of the economy are feeling the positive effects of the return to growth at the same rate. but it is certainly felt by those seeking employment in medium and high-tech sectors, including here in the Meath West. Those of you, the vast majority of you here in this audience, who have set your sights on working in the various public services and in the cultural and service sectors, are also beginning to see an improvement in your fortunes as aggregate demand in the economy and taxation revenues rise. That's a very different scene from that which we faced only a few short years ago. As recently as 5 years ago, we were in the middle of the austerity programme, and admittedly we're not entirely out of that yet. Unemployment was in the mid to high teens, involuntary emigration was rampant, and psychologically the country was on the floor. Now nearly all of the important economic and fiscal trend lines are moving upwards. Output in manufacturing and service sectors, exports, employment, consumer demand, tax revenues, and as a consequence, current and capital public expenditure. Although we still have many serious social issues to address, at least we're now beginning again to generate the resources needed to confront those issues. While not ignoring the impact of the crisis of the past 7 years on many people's lives, it's true to say that for the past 40 years, Ireland has been on a rising curve of economic and social development. There is a consensus among commentators, both at home and abroad, that major decisions made in the 1960s, particularly about educational provision, were critical to that development. Decisions such as those about free secondary education, the development of the regional technological colleges, the creation of the National Institute of Higher Education in Limerick and Dublin, and the expansion of university provision generally, and so on. These decisions were to gradually create a well-educated and well-skilled population, which is immensely important in attracting foreign investment, and as we can see all around us, generates the enterprise and energy that's needed to develop our own indigenous industries. And that high level of education and skills development was needed not just to equip people working in industry, but for those providing, for instance, the health, public, educational, cultural and artistic services that go to make for a civilised and caring society. Educational provision, and especially third-level education, however, cannot be turned on and off in line with the short-term economic cycle, although it can't be immune from it either. The scale, quality and responsiveness of our further and higher education sectors to our continued development as a society and need to be properly planned and resourced. Are critical to our continued development as a society and need to be properly planned and resourced. Let me give you a current example of what I'm on about. The government has just published an ambitious action plan for jobs in the Midwest, the catchment from which about 80% of LIT's students come, including those at LSAD. It's not just a top-down government plan, but a clear statement from a wide range of state, private and civic actors in the region that if this and this are done, we have a very good prospect of generating an additional 23,000 jobs over the years 14 to 20. As I read it, it's not a promise so much as a statement that if we all pull together in the Midwest, if we get our ducks in a row, then an increase of that order in employment can be achieved. And that's just the increase in industry. It does not include increase in services and so on. But here's the problem. LIT is a key player in the provision of high-level knowledge and skills that will be needed for that employment development to occur. But we're already utilising resources at the rate of about 92%, and we're as tight as a drum in our lecture space, laboratories and staffing. We have the plans in place for what needs to be done to meet the jobs target. Now we need the resources to execute on those plans. Even before the action plan came along, and despite the great willingness of everybody in LIT to fully play their part, we may not even have the resources to meet the demand for graduates from those companies in the region which have recently made significant jobs announcements. It's not to blame anybody for this. We have just come through a terrible economic and social storm, that threatened the very independence of the state. But now that we're coming out of that storm, we need to start planning in a joined-up way for all those ingredients that go into the making of the industrial development pie. The plan contains a welcome commitment by the government to provide 250 million to the IDA and Enterprise Ireland over the 5-year period for property and enterprise development. What is also needed is a commitment that would enable LIT educate and train people who will fill the vacancies that the IDA and Enterprise Ireland will be helping industry to generate. For those of you graduating today, your third-level qualifications in your subject of choice equip you to benefit personally from increasing opportunities and to contribute to the development of our society more widely. Half of our entire workforce comprises people who have third-level educations, and they have much lower unemployment levels and significantly higher lifetime earnings than those who have been less fortunate educationally. It's vital, therefore, that the knowledge and skills you have developed here at LSAD are used not just for your own benefit, but also to contribute to the building of a society which extends the fruits of modern civilization to all of our citizens. I congratulate each of you on the achievements which are being commemorated here today, and I wish you a prosperous, satisfying and content future. Thank you very much.
I now call on Mr. James Greenslade, Head of the School of Art and Design, to address you.
Vice Chairperson, members of the governing body, President, Vice President, academic colleagues, parents, friends, and most importantly, you, the graduates, welcome to you all. I greet you today on behalf of the staff of Limerick School of Art and Design, and as head of the school, I regard it as a great privilege to address you for this conferring ceremony from the finest School of Art and Design in Ireland. It's not every day that you wake up that becomes a day that you will remember for the rest of your life. And it's not every day that you wake up that becomes a benchmark in your life. And whether you have studied in LSAD for 2, 3, or 4 years, today is the pinnacle of your investment in your future careers. And this is an opportunity for all of us to offer you our congratulations and also to say thanks to all of those who made this graduation possible. However, before we do that, I would like to ask all of today's graduates to stand for a moment. Thank you. And because you're worth it, and because you deserve it, give yourselves a real good round of applause. Now, while you're still standing, can I ask you please to give the families and friends that supported you on your journey here today an even bigger round of applause. Well done, thank you. You may sit down again now, thank you. Limerick School of Art and Design traces its origins back to 1852 and the foundation of the School of Ornamental Arts in Hartstone Street in Limerick. And initially opening with 28 male students and 7 female students, the only thing that has been constant in that 163 years has been constant change and development. And just for a short moment, let us focus on recent developments in the school. There are almost 1,000 students now registered on 19 programmes across 4 locations, in Clare Street, George's Quay, in Clonmel, and in a facility that was recently opened only last Friday by the Minister for Education and Skills in Merriman House. Today, there are 163 students graduating from 15 programmes, and the vast majority of you graduate from 4-year BA degree programmes in Fine Art and Design. And as well as the 6 unique undergraduate disciplines in Fine Art and Design, we have graduates from LSAD Clonmel, and even more uniquely from an art school, these graduates will be conferred with higher certificates in science and Bachelor of Honours Science degrees. And today we also confer postgraduate degrees on our higher diploma in art for art and design teachers. We have now the 6th iteration graduating from the Master of Arts in Space, our Social Practice and the Creative Environment programme. We have 4 MA by Research graduates, and we are conferring 1 Doctor of Philosophy award on Karen Hession for outstanding doctoral work in the field of art and equine therapy. Karen is a 2nd PhD graduate of the Limerick School of Art and Design and has blazed the way for our 6 other researchers currently tracking on our doctoral programmes. The highlight of the academic year in an art school is walking through the end-of-year shows. And it really was a special moment, seeing the culmination of all of the thought, the activity, the hard work that you funneled into a single body of work. And it really is wonderful to see the many thought-provoking and creative solutions that filled the studios in June in each of the various disciplines, in painting, sculpture and combined media, printmaking and contemporary practice, in ceramics, fashion and in visual communications. And this year we had the pleasure of attending 2 end-of-year shows. The end-of-year exhibition in Clonmel provided us with an opportunity to see the wide range of creative digital projects evident there and the buzz of excitement attached to that. The past few years have seen an incremental growth and achievement in many areas of LSAD. For example, LIT as an institution in recent years has taken a strategic action to develop our international engagement, and as part of that, LSAD's International Development Programme, where LSAD fine artists and designers represent the college internationally, including the Venice Biennale in 2015, which included becoming the first Irish institute to participate in a static show at London Graduate Fashion Week in 2013, and the first Irish institute to be invited to participate in a live show in London Fashion Graduate Week in 2014 and again in 2015. We now have 184 international students registered on our programmes, and the LSAD Research Centre Academy has found its new home in our new campus on Merriman House, where it is home to 26 scholars, a visiting research fellow, and 2 large European projects that support emerging artists, a Creative Europe project with partners in Spain, Slovenia, Italy, Corsica and the UK, and an apprentice master programme with the University of Tilburg and 15 colleges of art and design. These projects have generated networks and residency opportunities for emerging graduates of LSAD, and the intention is to grow these opportunities into the future. This year saw further development on our George's Quay campus, with now over 140 students enrolled in our BA disciplines in photography and lens-based media and animation and motion design. And this time next year, we will have the first ever cohorts of graduates from these 2 disciplines. As mentioned earlier, the Minister for Education and Skills last Friday opened our new facility in Merriman House, just 500 metres from this building, where we now have 50 students enrolled in the first 3 years of a new BA programme in fashion, knitwear and textiles. The Merriman House facility will also house IFIL, the International Fashion Incubator Limerick. And IFIL will foster enterprise and creativity in fashion through research and development, education, enterprise development and industry training. This initiative develops on the history of fashion achievement and excellence at Limerick School of Art and Design, and is an opportunity to leverage that reputation to the benefit of the college and the region and the national economy. We're also very proud of our ceramics department, who recently launched the Irish Contemporary Ceramics Collection, which is a joint project between the ceramics programme in Limerick School of Art and Design and the Hunt Museum, Limerick, to establish an all-Ireland collection of contemporary ceramics, and it is envisioned that this collection will grow annually to reflect the richness, diversity and creativity of contemporary Irish ceramics practice. Just this September, our own Clonmel campus, we welcomed the first intake of the first programme of its kind in Ireland, our new Bachelor of Science in Game Art and Design. This Level 8 degree has been created to address the need for creative graduates who, along with our digital animation production and creative multimedia graduates, possess a unique blend of artistic and technological skills to support the continued growth and success of the games and digital media industry, both nationally and internationally. We are all delighted with the fact that Limerick was designated as Ireland's first National City of Culture in 2014, and LSAD and its staff and graduates can be very proud of the role we have played in making the designation possible and our involvement in some spectacular celebrations and collaborations that have been ongoing throughout that year. It is very important to take this opportunity to say a few words in recognition of and commitment of our staff here in Limerick School of Art and Design. Each morning for the past 4 years, you have entered this wonderful campus and you've been welcomed each day by Sean Casey on your arrival. You continued into the vast array of studios where you were provided with unparalleled access to some of the most gifted, inspirational and considerate art and design teaching staff working in Ireland today. The teaching staff of the Department of Fine Art and Postgraduate Studies, under the leadership of Dr. Tracy Fahy, and the Design Department, under the leadership of Mike Fox, have undoubtedly provided you with the creative inspiration that will lay solid foundations for your future careers. And it's not just the highly talented frontline academic staff, but the fantastic administration, technical and librarian teams that have enabled you to spend the past 4 years exploring your creativity in LSAD. And there are too many people to mention, but you know who they are, and I'm sure you'll agree with me that the greatest attribute of all of our staff is that they are so focused and constantly work with and for the students of LSAD. And on your behalf, I would like to thank the staff of LSAD for their dedication and enthusiasm, and I would ask you to please show your appreciation for them all. But today is about you, the graduates, and the parchments that you will receive shortly acknowledges your academic achievements. And can you please for a moment look around you at the colleagues with which you have shared your journey in LSAD. Each person that you see has the potential to be the most successful artist or designer ever to graduate from LSAD. But more significantly, that artist or designer could be you. It is you who have invested countless hours in our library, comprehensively researching topics to develop your understanding of art and design. It is you who have worked tirelessly for the past 4 years to respond to project briefs in your various disciplines. It is you who have collaborated extensively with artists and designers and other external clients to produce work of an exceptional standard, only some of which was witnessed at this year's end-of-year shows. And it is you who will shortly be conferred with your award, and it is you who can proudly call yourself a graduate of Limerick School of Art and Design. Following in the footsteps of thousands of LSAD graduates who have made stellar careers for themselves on the global landscape of art and design. We want you to aim not just to reach the same standards of success the past graduates have achieved, but to aim to exceed their successes and to break new ground in your creative practice. Nothing would make us more proud than to use your names as examples of graduates of what we believe to be the finest School of Art and Design in Ireland. Finally, we wish you well and we encourage you to go forth as confident cultural practitioners, and we look forward to hearing of your many successes in the vast arena of creative activities within art, design, education, creative media, in the creative and cultural industries. Thank you.
I now call on Mr. James Greenslade to formally confer the LIT Awards on the graduates.
Harceann Institute Technoliachta Limnig, Brónam da Bheachtaine dana Institute ar Fowlamori an Institute agus Iram Orton an Tuachtarán a Gwydd Farrant Horbert go Formule dana Heritori ar Ari Low. On behalf of the Limerick Institute of Technology, I hereby confer the awards of LIT on the students of the Institute, and I would ask you, President, to present their parchments formally to the successful candidates. I now call on the Programme Leader of the Bachelor of Arts Honours in Fine Art, Printmaking and Contemporary Practice. Okay, I now call on painting program leader. Apologies.
President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed courses in the Department of Art, School of Art and Design, and are worthy of the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Fine Art Painting, and I request you present their parchments to them. Mary Beattie, Keith Blake, John Burke, Catherine Cannon, Deirdre Caulfield, Dan Flaherty, Laura Fleming, Lee Francis, Olivia Fury, Shauna Harris, Christina Hayden, Christopher Hayes, Joanne Hagerty, Brian Hurley, Mary Hickey, Deirdre Kelly, Larissa King, Edwina Morrissey, Moyni Kellig, Brian O'Connor, Lisa O'Neill, Jerry O'Sullivan, Amy Richardson, and Irene Robson in absentia, and Rachel Rose.
My sincere apologies to the painting department. I now call on Des McMahon, Programme Leader of the Printmaking and Contemporary Practice Programme.
President, I present you the following candidates who have successfully completed courses in the Department of Fine Arts, School of Art and Design and are worthy of the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Fine Art, Printmaking and Contemporary Practice. And I request you to present their parchments to them. Rebecca Belton. Katie Deegan. Ellen Egan. Oisin Ewing. Anya Finnegan. Louise Graney. Colin Herr. Angela Keane. Elizabeth Madden. Rebecca McDermott. And Kate McGilligan. Grania Murphy in absentia. Mairead Norris. Roisin O'Connell. Slowly, Roisin, slowly, yeah. Kieran O'Connor. Frank O'Connor. Judy O'Riordan. Kate O'Shea. Shona Lemon. Aoife Sullivan. Emma White. And Megan Wright. Okay.
I now call on Amanda Dunsmore, the Programme Leader of the BA in Sculpture and Combined Media, to announce the students.
President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed courses in the Department of Fine Art, School of Art and Design, and are worthy of the award of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Fine Art, Sculpture and Combined Media, and I request you to present their parchments to them. Joseph Burke, in absentia. Helen Carey. Alan Casey. Aaron Crotty. Sarah Dowling. Brendan Finnerty. Emma Healy. Kira Howard in absentia. Martha Llewellyn. Robin Long. Sarah McDowell. Emma McNamara. Aileen Nix. Ethan O'Brien. Patrick O'Mahony. Kevin O'Shea. Claire Rayner. Nicole Roach. Shauna Shunahan. and Patricia Wallace.
I now call on Dr. Marilyn Lennon, Programme Leader of the MA in Social Practice and the Creative Environment, to announce the students.
President, I present you with the following candidates who have successfully completed courses in the Department of Fine Art, School of Art and Design, and are worthy of the award MA Social Practice and the Creative Environment, and I request you to present their parchments to them. Dave Chambers, in absentia. Maeve Collins. Julie Griffiths. Mary Jordan. Denise Joy. Joanna McGlynn, in absentia. Rosaline Shannon. And Donald Sheehan, in absentia.
I now call on Dr. Tracy Fahy, Head of Fine Art and Postgraduate Studies, to announce the students for the MA by Research.
President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed courses in the Department of Fine Arts, School of Art and Design, and are worthy of the award of MA by Research, and I request you to present their parchments to them. Phil Guerin. Jana Roberts. Marion Sheehan. Richard Williams.
And we now have a postgraduate award of Doctor of Philosophy. President, I call on the Supervisor, Dr. Nigel Oxley from Limerick School of Art and Design, to come forward to present Miss Karen Hession for conferring. Karen's PhD title was Enunciating the Nonverbal, an exploration of the therapeutic values of equine-assisted therapy learning and the development of an audio-visual therapeutic approach based on human-equine partnerships. And Karen's PhD research aimed to establish the value of equine therapy in an Irish context of learning and education for children with special needs. The results of that research were disseminated through appropriate channels and media, including the exhibition of creative statements reflecting the findings and outcomes of her work. Representatives of the Quality and Qualifications Ireland, I present to you Miss Karen Hession, who has successfully completed a course in the Department of Fine Art in Limerick Institute of Technology and is worthy of the award of Doctor of Philosophy. And I request you to confer the doctorate on her.
Thank you, Rory. I now call on the President of Limerick Institute of Technology, Dr. Maria Hinfelar, to address you.
Good morning, everybody. Chairman and members of the governing body, public representatives, generous sponsors, graduates, parents, spouses, friends and relations, colleagues, academic, administrative, technical and support staff. Today is a day where we all share in the celebrations of the achievements of our graduates. You have been part of the community of the growing LIT student population, which is not too far off 7,000 at present. You are now about to join a new community, the LIT alumni, which we know is at least 30,000 strong. As you've heard from your head of school, James Greenslade, there have been many fantastic achievements this year. We can all be very proud of them. So many of our students are winning awards nationally and internationally. LIT staff, such as here at LSAD, are engaging with the creative industries and the professions on a constant basis. LIT is really valued in the community. We have exciting international research partnerships, and we play a key role in supporting new businesses through our enterprise centres, including the recent addition of the International Fashion Incubator Limerick. It's been a busy year, and today's Conferring book has some very good stories to tell, but you can catch up with them later. Attending a conferring ceremony is not only a highlight in your own lives, but also, is that better in terms of sound? I think there was a bit of an echo. Yeah. 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 Attending a conferring ceremony is not only a highlight in your own lives, but also for your family and friends who are proud of you. And don't forget, all of us at LIT are very proud of you. We like to see our graduates do well, because that's what it's all about. Today you have a chance to catch up with each other and with us, and share with people how you're getting on. Those conversations are important, and we'd like them to continue. So keep in touch through the LIT Alumni Association with its 30,000 members, through social media or whichever way suits. And I hope you have been adding your voice on social media to support the Limerick 2020 bid to be awarded EU Capital of Culture status. And please feel free to bring your devices out now and tweet during my speech, because I'm going to talk about it a little bit. It's very fitting that on the very day that we have conferrings here at LSAD, the Limerick 2020 team are in Dublin, meeting the international jury which will decide which 2, possibly 3 candidates out of 4 bidding cities and islands will go forward to the next phase. The winner will be declared next spring. I have been privileged to be closely involved as the chair of the steering committee over the past number of months. We've kept the contents of the bid book a closely guarded secret until now, as the spying eyes of competitors could be anywhere. But today, the word is out. The bid book is structured around a wide range of questions predetermined by the EU. The main focus at this point is the rationale why the city wants to do this, what it would bring, and what the overarching theme would be that will be translated into the proposed artistic content and community engagement programme in the next phase. And this is how, after long deliberations, we articulated our answer to the first very important question: why does your city wish to take part in the competition for the title of European Capital of Culture? So this is what we wrote down. Limerick is a place of multiplicities. Cities change slowly, but once in every 100 years, there is the possibility of profound, disruptive change. Limerick, we believe, is engaged in such a moment. We are coming together cohesively, facing up to many difficulties and focusing on the multiplicity of realities and riches that exist, and the new opportunities we can create for our city and our region. Collectively, we embrace the power of culture to bring about that transformation. Limerick and its surrounding region holds within it multiple sets of realities. It's a complex, dynamic, invigorating, challenging, warm, creative, diverse, and difficult space. Limerick is the third city in Ireland. It's a place where over 3,700 students study on creative programs across the 3 higher education institutions and further education colleges. It's a city with 208 creative bodies and practitioners. It's a city of acclaimed art and music institutions, of museums and galleries. It's a city where there is 30% of green space. However, it's also a city where 19% of inhabitants live in areas classified as extremely or very disadvantaged. It's a challenging space with 12% unemployment and 273 vacant retail spaces. It's a city with real challenges and real possibilities. In 2013, the process of fighting back continued with the launch of a plan, Limerick 2030, an economic and spatial plan for Limerick, in which Limerick declared its ambition for the city to become a major economic force in Ireland and Europe. In the following year, Limerick City and County Council amalgamated to unify the region and its planned resurgence. This was followed in 2014 with the designation of Limerick as National City of Culture. During 2014, the citizens of Limerick rallied under the banner of culture to originate, host and produce magnificent spectacles of theatre, dance, art, music and celebrations of history and heritage. The experience of Limerick 2014 inspired us and gave us confidence to seek the next level, Limerick 2020. This will provide a new European perspective for Limerick and help us achieve the transformational change we desperately need and desire. The potential for transformation of Limerick can only be achieved by integrating culture into all the plans, be they social and economic prosperity, regeneration or well-being. We want to achieve this integration through cooperation across traditional policy boundaries by empowering Limerick and its citizens to nurture creative spaces, to grow its cultural capacity, and to actively support and celebrate the multiplicities that give Limerick its unique, colourful and divergent identity. So that's how the first page of the book reads. I hope it comes across well, and apart from the jury this morning as we speak, you are the first audience to hear it. So it's a little bit like a premiere of a film or a play where we nervously wait for applause or booing. So which is it to be? Thank you. Don't underestimate the powerful impact a successful bid might have. As we know from social and economic impact studies evaluating the 2014 National City of Culture year, it helped to fundamentally change perceptions both among our own citizens and visitors, and it generated a value of over 40 million euros for the economy. As previous speakers have said, thankfully we do now have an improving economy, and there are also better opportunities for graduates across all sectors. LIT has a very diverse and broad range of programs, so our graduates will end up in all walks of life. The most recent survey of last year's graduates told us that within a year after graduation, the vast majority, 89%, were in paid employment, often on very decent salaries, further study or volunteering, and a small minority were travelling or seeking employment. Graduate destination surveys are crucial for us because they help us to check the thermometer of how effective our programs are and how the labour market is developing. I'd like to ask the class of 2015 for their support with the survey when the time comes. In the same way, we need to regularly check the thermometer of how students at LIT are experiencing their time with us. And I think most of the graduates here today will be familiar with the Irish Survey of Student Engagement, known as ISEE. This was only introduced in the system a couple of years ago as part of the National Strategy for Higher Education, following the example of many other countries such as the US, UK, Australia and the Netherlands. The information we get from the survey is invaluable, and I'll tell you a little bit about how LIT fared. The purpose of the survey is not to compile a league table, so each institution only receives its own scores and also then the averages for the sector. So you have your benchmark, you can compare your performance and try to address issues. Excuse me. You can also look at trends over the years. LRT's strengths that came through very clearly were in the categories of active and practical learning, which is of course also our educational philosophy, student-staff interactions, and a supportive learning environment. In those three areas, you told us through the survey, we scored significantly above colleague institutions in the eyes of their students. We are heartened by that feedback, and you can be sure we will try to keep this up. It makes it all worthwhile for academic staff that their efforts to make classes relevant and inspiring and to bring in real-world experience are appreciated, and that our student services, such as counselling, access, chaplaincy, the Students' Union, learner support units, sports and societies that are so overstretched at times, are also receiving praise. But the best outcome from the survey for us was that students indicated they would do the same course again with us, given the opportunity. And they were very satisfied overall, again to a higher extent than in other institutions. Now, of course, there were a couple of areas too where we have work to do. We have already met with student representatives to get a better understanding of their concerns and pick up some suggestions for improvement. This included giving more students the opportunity for study abroad, and as James pointed out, we are heading in the right direction there. Better usage of technology-enhanced learning and availability of individual and group study space on campus. Yes, we know we are incredibly tight for space, and this year the problem is even more acute. So I would like to echo the points made by our chairman, Niall Green, earlier. LIT now desperately needs investment in our facilities across all our campuses. The main campus in Limerick Northside, our School of Art and Design here in the city centre, our Thurles and Clonmel campuses. They're all bursting at the seams. We have a wonderful campus master plan called LRT 2030, Our Places. We have been able to implement some of it to make necessary improvements, but we now need a step change in capital funding to address the need for additional space and state-of-the-art facilities. It's very simple. We have a growing young population coming through the second level system, and we have a growing economy. We have talented students, excellent programs, and wonderful staff, as well as exciting possibilities in the society we now live in. But we have to face up to the reality that our facilities are not keeping pace. IFIL provides welcome breathing space, but we need more. Of course, for now, we would be over the moon if this plea for capital investment was boosted by a successful Limerick 2020 European Capital of Culture bid. And we wish Mike, Sheila and the team every success today. As a friend of ours wrote to us in an email yesterday from Leeuwarden in the Netherlands, which is the 2018 EU Capital of Culture, and they helped us a little bit in our preparations. So this friend of ours wrote, Friday the 13th, it's a bad day for 3 cities, but not for Limerick. He also suggested that we team up with Tokyo. This is a city bidding for the 2020 Olympics, but I'm not so sure about that. For now, it's a very nervous, fingers crossed, as we find out by this evening what the outcome is. Finally, I join with your family and friends and all of us here at LAT, and particularly within LSAD, in congratulating you again and saying we're very proud of you today. I'm confident you'll continue to do well into the future, and I'd like to thank you for placing your confidence in us over the past number of years. Thank you.
We come now to the special awards ceremony for outstanding achievement, and I invite the President and the Chairman to make the awards. The first of our awards today is the Collector General Award Purchase Prize. The award will be presented by the Chairman and the President, and the award is for overall excellence shown during the BA Honours degree in Fine Art Painting. And the award goes to Jerry O'Sullivan. Our next award is the Collector General Award for the runner-up in the Purchase Prize Award, again presented for excellence during the BA Honours degree in Fine Art Painting. And the runner-up award goes to Christopher Hayes. Our next award is the Collector General Award Merit Purchase Award. The award is presented for excellence shown during the BA Honours degree in Fine Art Painting. And the award goes to Brian O'Connor. The final Collector General Award is for Innovation in Practice, and the award goes to Lee Francis. Our next award is the Ona O'Brien Kelly Memorial Award, presented by Mr. Brian Kelly. The Ona O'Brien Kelly Memorial Award is presented to the student who has accomplished excellence in figurative work. And the award goes to Deirdre Caulfield. Our next award is the Parallel Editions Publishing Award, presented by Mr. Brian Fitzgerald and Ms. Susanna O'Reilly of Parallel Editions. And the Parallel Editions Award goes to Catherine Cannon. Our next award is the Limerick Printmakers Bursary Award, presented by Ms. Jessica Tobin of Limerick Printmakers. The Limerick Printmakers Bursary Award is presented for excellence shown on the BA Honours in Fine Art, Printmaking and Contemporary Practice. And the joint recipients of the award are Anya Finnegan and Kate McGilligan. Our next award is the Limerick Printmakers Curators Award, again presented by Ms. Jessica Tobin of Limerick Printmakers. This award is presented for excellence shown on the BA Honours in Fine Art, Printmaking and Contemporary Practice. And the award goes to Ellen Egan. Our next award is the Cork Printmakers 12-month Bursary Award, presented by Ms. Noelle Noonan. The Cork Printmakers 12-month Bursary Award is presented for excellence shown on the BA Honours in Fine Art, Printmaking and Contemporary Practice. And the award goes to Kate O'Shea. We have a second Cork Printmakers 6th-month Bursary Award, again presented by Noelle Noonan. This award is presented for excellence shown on the BA Honours in Fine Art, Printmaking and Contemporary Practice. And the award goes to Shona Sleeman. Our next award is the National Sculpture Factory Artist Residency Graduate Award, presented by Mr. Sean Taylor. The National Sculpture Factory Artist Residency Graduate Award goes to Martha Llewellyn. Our next award is the Limerick City Gallery of Art, Sculpture and Combined Media Graduate Show Award, presented by Ms. Una McCarthy of Limerick City Gallery of Art. The Limerick City Gallery of Art, Sculpture and Combined Media Award goes to Emma McNamara. Our final award today is the Tom Fox Exhibition Award, presented by Ms. Jessica Tobin. The Tom Fox Exhibition Award this year goes to Edwina Morrissey. I'd like to thank you all for participating in this conferring ceremony this morning, and maybe also to remind you that the photographers are located outside here in the foyer and also up on the landing upstairs. We'd like to invite you to join us, the graduates and their guests, for some light refreshments in the canteen. I now declare this conferring ceremony closed. Please stand for the academic procession, and this time we invite the graduates to join the procession. Thank you.